Let me tell you something. You ever been right about something and you know you're right, but you just can't prove you're right? And when you talk to the people that should know better, they explain that you're not right, but you have enough experience to know that you are right, even though it's out of your field. That's where I feel. Yeah, let me explain. And this is for the I'm gonna call it for more technical people. It's really for HVAC people. See, because the last few I ran across, I ain't saying they ain't good at their job, but they're missing some basic information. This is why I like old people. Old people, old people know stuff. Yeah. Before I talk about the HVAC, let me explain. Just an example. I had a Silverado Chevrolet pickup. I had put it in three shops. Nobody could fix the problem. One shop called me and told them Pet Boys. They called me and they said your truck is ready. They couldn't even drive it out the bay. Yeah. I brought the truck back home, set it in my driveway, and there it sat for months. I could drive it, but every time it wouldn't idle. But one day I decided I was gonna put a sidewalk that would go around my house, and I called over. Had two guys out there pouring the concrete, and one of the guys who was helping with the concrete was all greasy, like he worked on cars. And I asked, I said, are you a mechanic or a parts changer? See, because in my life, I've been a parts changer. Yeah, I used to put in transmissions. I've done repairs to cars. But I don't still don't call myself a mechanic. See, a mechanic and a parts changer are two different people. See, I can go out there and put brakes on. I can go out there and put a transmission in. I can go put an alternator on and a starter. But you start talking about taking the heads off, doing a valve job. I can't do that. Hell, I wouldn't know what I was looking at. I'm just a parts changer. Now, so he says, I'm a mechanic. I said, well, I got a problem with that truck sitting over there. He said, what's it doing? I told him what it was doing. He said, let's walk over there. He walked over to that truck, and I kid you not, this truck has been sitting in the driveway for months. I've had it in three shops. Nobody could tell me what's wrong with it or fix it. This guy told me to pop the hood, and in less than 2 minutes, he fixed what three shops couldn't fix, and have it after having my vehicles for weeks. I said that was a mechanic. That was a mechanic. When he closed the hood, he says, had the part in his hand. He said, this is your problem right here. He said, you can't get it inspected without it. But this is the problem. Yeah. I said, I be damn. Now I'm going to go back to my HVAC problem. See, about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I had a new HVAC unit added to the house. Yeah. My old unit had emergency heat selection on the thermostat. When it goes into the emergency heat mode, the heat there's a heating element inside the unit that works like a dryer. And when it goes into the emergency heat mode, that unit kicks on, and you should smell that unit burning off the dust when it goes into emergency heat mode. That means that the heat pump cannot handle cannot maintain the temperature, so emergency heat kicks on to help the house stay at a certain temperature. Yeah, that's what the emergency heat mode does on a heat pump. So I bought a new heat pump. Got it started. He tested it. He said everything right. Yeah. That winter came. I put in emergency heat. I said my emergency heat is not working. So I called another company out. They came. They said it's working. I've had about 4 companies out. Everybody says it's working. Let me tell you something. The damn thing ain't working. I don't care what they say. The damn thing ain't working. My emergency heat does not work in my heat pump. Yeah. But one day I'm going to find a mechanic. Because these parts changers don't know what the hell they talking about. They don't know what the hell they talking about.